Welcome to how much that I realistically read in a week. As someone who works part-time, I'm a full-time student and also a mom. So I'm at work right now. I have a couple hours between groups. So I've got a lot to do in the 2 hours, but hopefully I can fit in some reading. So I thought I'd go ahead and share with you the book that I'm starting with, just in case I do have time for that. So I'm reading in 5 Years. I read the first chapter of it last night just to see if I'd want to read it or not. So we're following Danny. She is all about numbers. She's lawyer. So she ends up waking up one morning and it's her, but in like 5 years. So we're gonna have some magical realism in this. I'm excited for it. It's a shorter book, so I feel like it won't take me too long once I actually sit down to read it. So I'm excited for this. Hopefully I'll have some time to read it at work today, but if not, I will update you later whenever I'm back home. Okay, it's quite a bit later in the day. It's 6 p.m. It is Monday. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier while I was at work or not, but I feel like now I'm on chapter 10. I feel like things are kind of starting to pick up, so I'm excited to see where this book goes from there. I would like to get at least halfway through the book today, so then I can possibly finish it tomorrow, but we'll see what I manage to get done with. I finished In 5 Years. I went into this thinking it was a romance. It is not. It is a literary fiction. But on the back it says, In 5 Years is an unforgettable love story, but it's not the one you expected. So it is a love story, but it's more about friendship than romance, which I really enjoyed. It's a pretty quick read, so I would recommend it. And then next, I don't know if I'm going to start it today or not. Maybe start a new book tomorrow, but I want to do like a book-related book. So I have 2 different romances. I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I have The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. So both romances, both about books. So I will pick between these and update you once I'm reading. Okay, I'm about to film my books I read in January video, but before I did that, I wanted to go ahead and tell you about the book I'm reading next. I went with Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Someone commented on my used book haul that I recently posted and said that they loved Emily Henry's book, so I thought I'd go with this one next. I made it to page 116 last night. I'm on chapter 10 now. I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to put it down. It's actually a really, really great book. I feel like this is definitely going to be a 5-star for me. We're following Nora. She is someone who works in publishing. She reads tons of different romances and stuff. So she agreed to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina with her sister Libby. Then there she runs into Charlie, who is an editor that she had, met in the past. He said he didn't like the book at all that she was trying to pitch to him. So she, not a fan of Charlie. They keep running into each other. And so now we're seeing to where she has like bumped into him at like a pub. And so we're seeing that, and I'm really excited. I'm loving her writing. I did not want to put it down at all, but finally did. So I'm 33% of the way through the book, and I'm super excited to keep reading. And I don't know where I can't put it down. Maybe I'll actually finish this today. We'll see. It is Thursday. I just got home from work. Yesterday I made it about halfway through the book. Right now I am on page 217, so I'm on chapter 20. Still really loving the book so far. I'd love to finish it today, but I don't know if I will or not since I still have quite a bit to go, but I will keep you all updated. Okay, I finished Book Lovers yesterday. I loved this book. This is probably my favorite romance that I've read this entire year. I just love Emily Henry's writing. This is my first book I've ever read by her, but I've heard such great things about it, and now I see why. I also just loved like the plot of it, the fact that they both work in publishing. I don't know, I like how that they would mention the different, tropes and stuff from romance, books, and I just thought that was really fun. So I would highly, highly recommend this book to anybody. And then, since I finished that one, I started on Playing with Matches by Hannah Orenstein. I feel like normally I wouldn't read so many romances back to back, but since today is Valentine's Day, I felt like that it would be fitting to start a, another romance book. So this one, I made a chapter 3 yesterday. Okay, I finished Playing with Matches yesterday. I really enjoyed this book. It was just a very light-hearted book. Romance was fade to black. I really enjoyed just following along the different characters. It was fun to see, how being a matchmaker worked, and she talked about her different clients and stuff. It's also a really easy read. Once I actually sat down and started reading it, I read over half the book yesterday, so not bad at all. And then today I started A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I've been wanting to watch this show, so I wanted to read the book before I watched the show. This morning I made it to page 10, so just now making it to chapter 2. I don't know how much reading I'll get done today, but hopefully get maybe a third of the book read today. We'll see. It's currently 9 p.m. I'm halfway through A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm really enjoying it so far. I like that we're seeing the police reports that she's getting. We're actually seeing her capstone entries. We're also learning a lot about the girl who went missing, Andy. It reminds me a lot of Pretty Little Liars in the fact that she's had these different secrets and they're coming out, and she's not the perfect good girl that's painted that we see. So I'm really enjoying it. I feel like that it's pretty fast-paced now that she's really getting into this, and so I will not be surprised if I get this finished early tomorrow, and I will update you on it. Okay, it is now Monday, so let's talk about the books that I read from last Monday through yesterday for a full 7 days. I did finish A Good Girl's Guide to Murder yesterday, so I started it and finished it yesterday, where I want to know what was happening. I needed to know who did it, what was going on. I loved the writing of this book, and I did not want to put it down, so I stayed up pretty late last night and finished this book. It was so good. Definitely a 5-star read for me, and I would highly recommend it. So over the past 7 days, I read 4 books. I would say 3 to 4 books is pretty average for me. Plus, this one was a pretty small book, so if I'm reading bigger books, I may only get through 2 books a week. But this is pretty average for me. I read 2 romances, 1 literary fiction, and 1 thriller. So I enjoyed all of these books. I would highly, highly recommend the Book Lovers and A Good Girl's Guide to Murder if you're looking for something to read. I hope that you'll stick around for more book related videos from me, and I'll see you next week.